Hi everyone, it's Max from Team Endpoint again. Today I'll be bringing you some ancient tips and tricks and some nades as well. So to get into things, I'll be starting on the B site here for T and CT. So some nice utility that you can learn from the door is one spot to kind of do everything for B. So from this position here at the end of the door, you can smoke short, you can smoke long, and you can also support your teammates taking cave control with this Molotov. Or you can also use this Molotov for an execute on B. So what you want to do is line up here. If you want to smoke everything, I'll show you how to, but for the short smoke, crouch, aim at the tip of this leaf, stand up, throw the smoke. The smoke will land like so. So from the same position, I'll just throw the smoke again so you can see it. The Molotov, I aim just above this dark line here on the building. Like so. So here you have short smoke and a Molotov. And then if you combine it with the long smoke here, so you see these brown trails here on the stone, you just go up to the middle of this stone and jump through. So altogether, it looks like so, right? Smoke, smoke, molly, and then from this you have a little B execute, right? Obviously it's hard to flash from this position, but typically what you would do is try and flash behind your teammates to the right, because a lot of the flashes from B come from outside here as they land a little bit nicer, like so, as you can see. So that's a B execute for one person to throw all the utility. And now we'll swap over to the CT side. So on CT side, as a cave player or even a banana player, common utility to throw is this Molotov as you come through the back lane here. So what I like to do is I line up with this tree. It's always the same leaf, like so. And then I pair it up with a grenade before I go into cave here, right? So it looks like this. The Molotov blooms as they come through the door, they take some ticks, and then they get hit with a nade. So if they have a good spawn, they get slowed down. If they have a bad spawn, they're in for a bad time, obviously, because they've got to smoke the Molotov, right? So that's a quick little combo that you can throw if teams are constantly coming towards B, you know, there are 3 people B, 4 people B, and they keep trying to take cave control. Alternatively, what you can do as a cave player is actually Molotov more towards the wood on the right hand side here. So the way that you want to do that, I've just missed it a little bit here, but you can get the idea, is you want to hug this wall. Some people can double click jump through it, like so. This is probably the easiest way of doing it, but some people also like to run through it. I prefer just doing the double click. You can do the same thing here, you can just molly over the wall and nade, or what you can do is, as you're running while doing it, as you go into cave here, if you hear the molly get extinguished, you can bounce a nade in front of you, right? Because a common play for a lot of Ts is to run with their best spawn, try and beat the mollies, molly this, or just run in and get a team flash, right? So that's 2 ways that you can kind of prevent this to CT. So some T utility that's kind of must have, in my opinion, on Ancient, whether you're playing Face It, whether you're playing team games, are the instant window smokes, and also knowing how to flash above middle here to help support your teammates that come out mid here, right? So to do that, I'll show you. There's 6 spawns, as you can see, in T-spawn. Now the only one you can't throw an instant one is spawn 6, because you spawn kind of underneath this bridge. But the alternative in this spawn is just to run here, line up, and throw like regular window smoke, because it's still pretty quick. But for the rest of the spawns, I'll show you how to smoke instantly. So as soon as the freeze time ends, you can just jump through, and the smoke will be there before CTs can even come out the window. So spawn 1 is on the right hand side here. Bear in mind, I might have different lineups to other people. This is just how I remember them. So spawn 6, you're kind of towards the back of the spawn on the right hand side. I aim at this leaf here, the one that's missing sort of the right side of the leaf. So this one here, jump forward throw. Boom, that lands. Spawn 2. This one you're way more, this is the best B spawn that you can have, I think. So there's a little gap here in the tree, in the leaves here. I aim in the middle of this, jump forward throw. And again, should land perfectly. Spawn 3. This is a tricky one. So the way that I do this is it's like a little V here that I look at, and then I aim on this dot here, jump forward through. This is like one of the mid spawns. This one's really simple. There's like a little triangle up here above the door. The furthest left one, aim in the middle of it, jump forward through, like so. 5. This one you're quite close to this wall. So the way I line this up is with my V model. So I have classic V model for my grenades, and there's like this little dark line here on the wall. And what I do is I line up my grenade. The tip of my smoke is touching this this black line, right? So once that's lined up, I just jump forward through, and again, it should be fine. Yeah, as you can see, it's a fine window smoke. Then again, just to recap, spawn 6 you can't actually throw instantly, so you just run to the side, line up, aim here, jump throw. Just a normal jump through. This way you have all your window smokes, so you're not having to like fight middle without an instant window smoke, because it's really tricky. Now to support your teammates going out middle, usually what will happen is you'll smoke instantly for the window, and I like to come here to this stone that's coming out, and then for the close middle flash, I hold it below this triangle here, and I just do regular jump throws. And it should land up here. So any CTs coming down, even pushing close like this, they're going to be blind. Obviously, the only counter to this is by holding an angle like so. But again, when you're in T-spawn, it's good to have callouts for these flashes so that your teammate running out, if he wants to run to the mid box here, obviously this donut angle is going to be a problem, right? So when you're running out middle, you can call for a close mid flash, but also you can, this one doesn't really have a lineup. I just kind of walk jump throw it to the right. But as you can see, if a AWP was holding this or a rifle was trying to dodge flash and play on an off angle, then when your teammate's running out, he's going to have an advantage here because of the flash, right? If you want to know a more set flash for the right hand side, what you can have is actually a B player through this, because typically what you'll have is 2 players playing mid and then 1 T-spawn and 2 B. Now if you want to have like set flashes that you can dominate mid with, you can line this up if you aim on the arrow and aim here. So what you would have is a player over here throwing the left flash and then the player on the right throwing 2 of these flashes. Now what will happen here is it will be very difficult for the CTs to dodge all the flashes, so you can have 2 players run quite aggressively out middle with the instant window smoke and have these flashes for support, right? And then you can have a guy instantly behind the box. So that's how you can take mid quite simple with just, 1 window smoke and a couple of flashbangs. On A, so what's quite meta now towards A on T side is you'll see a lot of top teams, they'll drop 3 smokes outside of A, and what will happen is in this little area here, there's like a little lip for the grenades to sort of rest into, right? So what would happen is you drop the util, one player picks it up, and they won't roll away because it gets stuck behind this brick. Now what you can do from this position is actually smoke everything on A that your teammates would need, right? So you can smoke CT, Temple, and Donut, and I'll show you how to do that. So the first smoke is the Temple smoke. What you want to do is you want to crouch, you want to aim at the tip of this sort of brown orange leaf here, and just do a normal jump throw, like so. To smoke CT, this one is probably the trickiest one because it can bounce weirdly, or it might bounce differently every time. What I like to do is I crouch, I go up from this line on the brick to here, and again it's a regular jump throw. Hopefully it lands. So what you want is it to roughly land like this, where it bounces against the floor and then the wall. So then this way there's no one way, they can't sneak through the smoke. This is like an ideal CT smoke. And then what you do for the last one is the donut one. So you crouch, you aim at this brick here in the middle of it, and then I'm still crouching, and then you jump forward through. This will bounce against the top of Temple, and it lands as so, right? So what it would look like in a strat would be like this, right? So you smoke, 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 and all your teammates could be waiting here. They can wait for the smokes, they can have some flashes here, and then ideally what you would want is to molly this area and also molly behind the default box, right? And then you can come out, you can plant the bomb. Obviously you have to watch out for this area because it is smoked off, but there's a chance that they can still spam you, right? It's quite common for CTs to line up behind the smoke, but that's how you can execute towards A from outside A. Now another way of doing it is more sneaky. You can contact towards A, and what you can do is you can boost a teammate here up onto the tree. Now what this allows is obviously you can clear angles out without executing, but more importantly what you can do is you can smoke donut from this position here. Now the way to do this is you get in front of the tree, and then I like to go a little bit to the left, and then I'll walk and throw on this line here, okay? There's no real set lineup, I just like to walk and throw, and it goes quite deep here, you see? So when you come out, the CTs can't really hide behind the smoke, they have to really commit out into the site, right? And you can pair this up with a CT smoke, so after you boost a teammate up, I like to do it from here. The CT smoke, I kind of walk out here, and then you can, maybe it's this one here. You have to cut that one out, Jack. I can't be missing smokes on the video. So once you have your teammate boosted up on the tree, the one boosting can come sort of a little bit back towards the main here. And there's 2 lines on this roof. The one to guarantee it's on the left. You don't really have to line up specifically. You can kind of just stand against this wall, aim on the left line, and you can also molly the default box like so, right? And you have a smoke from the tree, so it would look like this. And this way you can kind of surprise CTs that you're already out and also have good utility, right? So that's how you can go sort of contact towards A, but also have the required utility to sort of cross the site, cross CT, not get shot from donut. So hopefully that helps with your ancient pugging or your matches. And, yeah, good luck.